All right. I had some audio issues in the car drive. I think I mentioned it later in the video, but um, yeah, I recorded a whole intro and then ended up with nothing because my phone was having issues, the same issues that I've always been having. So, anyways, we're diving straight into lifting. Here's my first warm up set. This isn't the only thing I do for warm ups. Typically, I'll do like banded dislocations and like some other stuff with just resistance bands. When I go to this gym, I'll use the hack squat there as well and just do like some really slow and controlled, probably like 8 reps or so, 8 to 10 reps on the hack squat, just slow and controlled with no weight, just to kind of loosen my legs and my hips up a bit. And then I'll do some RDLs with just the bar. And then typically my first warm up is on kilos. It's 2 red plates on each side, which is like 264, I think. If I'm doing pounds, then my first warm up is 225. I have different warm-up routines just depending on whether or not I'm using kgs or pounds, but these are all my warm-ups. I believe that was my last warm-up right there. Would have been 412 maybe, and this is 451 for a nice 1 and 2 rep double here. So that moved great. Was really happy with the way that went. And then here's just my back down pause deadlifts. I pause immediately when I get off the floor. I try to just you can see, just very quickly break the floor and then, pause. So I'm not really trying to bring it up to my knees or above my knees. I'm just right off the floor pausing. So, yeah, these are the paused ones. If you're going to fail a deadlift, the reason why I do that is if you're going to fail a deadlift, typically it has to do with a bad position coming off the floor. So if you can strengthen your position coming off the floor, it tends to help you with the rest of the lift. Just keep a tight form and like good form and a good position through the whole lift. So it's good to train just off the floor. So that's why I do that. And that's also just because that's what's prescribed to me. But that's the reasoning behind it. So here's my second set. I think I just had 2 sets of 3 on pause deadlift. Looks like 360-ish. So, yeah, and then we're moving on to SSBs. All right, here's our SSB squats. These are always weird for me. I always get like a headache after I do them. I don't know if it's like an exertion headache. It's almost like I'm exerting more doing an SSB squat than on like a normal squat or something. It's very odd, but I just feel like I'm always bracing really hard maybe, but I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. If you experience that too, let me know. Maybe it's just me. Not sure, but anyways, let's go get to posing. Looking kind of lean for me. So I recorded a video on the way to the gym and got to the gym, and just because I've come across several issues this week with my videos in the car like this, where the audio is not present for some reason. It just started happening again. So when I got to the gym, I checked the video to see if I picked up any of the audio. It was like a 7-minute video and none of the audio was there. So not gonna use that. But I double checked this time before I started actually recording this video to make sure that the audio was going to pick up. And my test was successful, so I don't know, we'll see. We'll see when I get home if this was a success or if it was another fail. But yeah, haven't recorded really anything this week. You know, it's been a weird week for me just at the gym. Monday and Tuesday this week were very busy in the gym that I normally go to. I did not get a chance to record anything in the gym, so I just decided, and I think one of those days I actually maybe had some audio issues as well. So I just decided to, yeah, see, your turn signal is on, but you are not fucking turning, dude. So I just decided not to post those videos. And then Wednesday, of course, I didn't go to the gym. I just ran. I did, what did I do on Wednesday? Oh, intervals. I did intervals on Wednesday. So no video there. And then yesterday I did an easy 2-mile run with my wife. And then we went to the gym. She came with me to the gym yesterday. So it was another weird kind of gym day. She came, and I left my tripod sitting on the floor at my house. So I didn't have the ability really to record. I could have, but I just didn't. I was like, nah, we'll skip it today. So this is really the first day this week that I've actually recorded gym stuff, and maybe I'm even making a post about it. So yeah, deadlifts were a success today, man. They were, you know, honestly, I was a little skeptical going into it, but as you saw, it was 205 keys, so it was like 451, I think. You know, I was supposed to do 455, but I just decided to settle on 451 because, well, what's 5 more pounds? 457, so okay, big whoop, you know. But I was already kind of skeptical about deadlifts going in, so I didn't want to overshoot. Just made sense in my mind to do 451, so that's what we did, and it came up, dude. I hit a double at 451. That's a PR. Well, it's not a PR, but for the, you know, in the last 6 months, probably a PR. So pretty happy about that, because deadlifts and I have really been struggling as of lately, and stuff that should have been easy has not been very easy. Stuff that should have been easy peasy lemon squeezy has been difficult, lemon difficult. So it's a win today. It's a win. Honestly, I'm really happy with that. So it's cool. Pause deadlifts after that, fine. And then what did I do? I did bent over rows. Did not record those though. I did not use kilos this week. And then we did SSBs, which, you know, those are always fun. SSB squats, and then again did the GHD. Did not record that either, but the GHD just feels weird. I don't know if it's the GHD that I'm using. I think it has to be, because I don't ever remember it being this like awkward and just weird. So I don't know, maybe it's me, probably is me, I don't know. But either way, it's just not been very fun, so I may end up trying to find a substitute for that. I don't know, but yeah. And then just did a little flexing, dude. I feel pretty lean. I look lean, at least for me. You gotta understand that I have not historically been a super lean guy. For like the last 4 years, I just have not been very lean ever since I started kind of powerlifting. I want to say I let my nutrition fall by the wayside, but you know, you start eating more calories and it just kind of, it gets hard to do if you're not, especially if you're not doing any kind of cardio, which I haven't been. So it just kind of gets hard to maintain a leaner physique, especially as you get older. Not using that as an excuse, but it's just, I mean, it's just a fact, dude. I'm not on gear or TRT, so it does get a little difficult. But yeah, happy with the deadlift day. So next week is supposed to be like a little, I don't know, like a little mini deload almost. And so we're going to do a bunch of light lifting everything that's programmed is like, it's I think it's one set of 3 at like, I don't even know, 60% or something super, super light. So, yeah, that's what's on deck for next week. I also wanted to, I saw something online the other day, I think it was yesterday actually, where it was a dude, I'm not going to say his name, but I just wanted to like kind of address I don't know what functional fitness people have against strength training, but every single one of them that I've come across seems to like have some bone to pick with compound lifts. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they're just weak, and so that's kind of what they're just insecure, or if it's more of just a marketing and sales ploy. But I came across a dude yesterday morning who was like, so the caption on his reel said, "You need, like, stop bench pressing." And I thought, as soon as I saw that, I was like, man, surely this is going to be some sort of like rage bait, and the caption's going to be like, oh, is what I would say if I was an idiot, but no, in the caption, he actually doubled down on the claim that you should stop bench pressing. And he said, he just said the bench press it's not a functional movement, and it's, what else? He was knocking, range of motion, saying it wasn't functional. He said it's an ego lift. He said it's overrated and it's not good for developing the upper body. And after he finished saying all that, he put in parentheses in his caption, he made sure to let you know that he could still bench 405 for reps though. And the thing that he put in parentheses, I could still bench 405 for reps though, by the way, that kind of is what set me off, because it's not new to see people dogging on the bench press or the deadlift or the squat. But when you have to, like, I don't know, what's the word? God damn it, seatbelt. When you have to do that, you put that little qualifier in there, like it somehow makes your claim more legitimate. You shouldn't bench press. I can bench press 405, so you should listen to me. It's like, no, dude. Moreover, you can't bench 405 for reps and not be benching, like you have to, if you want a 405 bench, if you want a bigger bench in general, you need to bench press. There is no way around it. You need to be benching. You can't add 100 pounds to your bench press by going into the gym and doing, tricep extensions until your arms bleed, or, I just skull crushers or whatever. You're not going to add 100 pounds to your squat by showing up to the gym and doing, leg extensions until failure. If you want a bigger squat, you need to squat. If you want a bigger bench, you need to bench. So either he's full of shit that he can bench 405 for reps, or he's full of shit that he actually believes that you should not be benching. They both, like, he's being dishonest about something there in that caption, in that statement, in his whole little claim. And he proceeded to put in the reel, he listed 4 exercises you should be doing for functional fitness instead. And it was 4 sets of goofing around until failure. He had like the silliest shit in there, and I just don't understand. First of all, the bench press is one of the best exercises that you can do to develop your upper body. It's one of the best. It's been one of the best for many, many, many years. Long before I was around, long before you were around. It's been a top tier exercise for upper body, chest, triceps, shoulder development, right? When we talk about strength and muscle development, it's great, right? Is it perfect for hypertrophy? No, there's probably better exercises to do for hypertrophy for your chest, triceps, shoulders. But as far as building mass and strength goes, bench press is top tier. There's no other argument for that. Bench press is top tier. It's not an ego lift either, unless you make it one, right? If you're going into the gym and putting weight on the bar every day that you know is questionable for you, that you maybe can't handle, and that you maybe can't, this is maybe pushing up against a PR, and you're going in and maxing out every day and using shitty form, yeah, of course it's an ego lift. That's an ego lift. But if you go into the gym with a plan and you incorporate progressive overload into your lifts, and you use good form on bench and squat and deadlift, you're not going to have any issues. It's not an ego lift at that point. It's just another exercise in your arsenal of strength training that you can incorporate to build a bigger upper body and a stronger upper body. I don't understand people that use the risk of injury as like a cop out for doing compound lifts, or as a reason why you shouldn't be doing, the deadlift risk reward ratio just isn't. Well, what is the risk reward ratio then? The deadlift is one of the best exercises you can do for like posterior chain development and really total body, and when you perform it with safe form and manage your load, there's nothing wrong with it. You run no greater risk of hurting yourself doing that than you do a bicep curl. Every time you step into the gym and pick up a weight, you run the risk of injury. It doesn't matter if it's a 20-pound dumbbell or a 600-pound deadlift. Every time you walk into that gym and start to move weight, you run the risk for injury. It's just the way it is, dude. You're putting your body under stress, and there's always a risk there, right? So I don't know what the risk reward ratio needs to be for benching or squatting or deadlifting, but to me, there's no greater movements that you can do than squat, bench, and deadlift for total body development, for putting on muscle, strength, and again, hypertrophy a little, but are there better exercises for all three of those? For hypertrophy-based goals, yes, there are. But in terms of just adding size and strength, dude, those three things are it, And this idea, and these functional, I've seen lots of people, I saw another one not that long ago. It was another, like, this functional fitness dude. It was like a dad in his home, in his garage gym. And, he's got a good physique for a dad, but, he's like, nobody cares if you can deadlift 500 pounds. That's not a functional fit. I want to be able to pick up my kids' toys off the ground. I want to be able to play with my kids. And it's like, brother, you can do both. I do both. You can do both. I don't want my lower back to be completely shot. I want to be able to, these functional exercises are better. And it's like, bro, if you're weak, just say it. But you don't need to shit on people who are stronger than you to like ease your own ego because you can't do it. You can't do the thing that you're mad at everybody else doing. There's no group of people that are angrier than grown men that cannot deadlift 405. No group of people who are angrier, more bitter, more sour towards stronger people than them. No group of people than grown men that can't deadlift 405. And I have a feeling that's what this guy was. It's like, dude, if you're weak, just say it. But you don't need to shit on other people just because you can't deadlift 500 pounds. Oh, no one cares if you can deadlift 500. But yeah, no one cares if you can do 100 fucking sets of goofing off until failure in your home gym, dude. You think I give a shit how many kettlebell swings you can do? No, I can deadlift 550. I mean, I don't care. But you don't see me trying to shit on you to boost my deadlift or my squat. Like, no one cares if you can do kettlebell swings. I don't care what you do. So why are you so hard up about what other people are doing? It irks me how these functional fitness dudes like always find a way to shit on strength training somehow, because you're not doing 1,000 burpees in your garage before the sun comes up. Somehow they're better than you, and you are just, it's too much risk. Have fun with your back issues. Bro, I'm fine. Same thing with squats, dude. I love my knees too much. Yeah, me too. That's why I use good form. Simple as that. That's why I incorporate good form and load management. I love my knees too, and I don't have any problems with them. So, I don't know. It just irks me. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. And listening to my little rant here. But, I saw that reel yesterday morning about the dude going off on bench, and it was just like, it just gets, I don't know, I just get so tired of seeing all these people. They're trying to sell you something. That's what they're doing. They're trying to sell you something. Hey, this thing that's worked for 100 years, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be doing this thing that I'm about to sell you instead. It's like, no, dude, I don't think I will. Okay, I think I'm going to do this thing that's proven to work, that has a long track record of working, and I'm going to completely ignore whatever BS you're trying to sell me with your sandbag overhead presses and your freaking kettlebell push-ups, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, dude. Anyways, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Thanks for listening to the rant if you made it this far. But just kind of irked me. Anyways, I'm almost home now, and now I'm all fired up. So I'm gonna go be an internet warrior and pick some fights online with strangers. So I hope everybody has a great weekend. We'll check back in on Monday. Like I said, it's just an easy week next week. So we'll just be doing some light work, trying to recover from, the higher intensity that we had this week. So, but yeah, until then, man, just, stay safe, have a good weekend, and we'll see you next time.